Hello, my name is Melissa Mukuna, and I am a current junior at William & Mary. For my project, I was a member of William & Mary's Institute of Integrative Conservation's 2021 research cohort. I worked with Professor Daniel Cristol, Erica Garut from the IIC, Highland Director Sarah Bond-Harper, Highland's Council of the Senate Advisors, and my two student collaborators, Eileen Din and Grace Bredenbeck, to research and write a proposal for an interdisciplinary field station at William & Mary's Highland. This project was a year-long venture to come up with and investigate opportunities for Highland as a site for research, engagement with history, the land, and the Charlottesville community. We paid close attention to William & Mary initiatives on DEI, current school programming on the property, and the initiatives and current work of the Council of the Senate Advisors. After a couple weeks of talks amongst our research group, we settled on 3 fields: education, sustainability, and social and environmental justice. I focused on the latter. To investigate opportunities for environmental justice initiatives at Highland, I first had to define environmental justice. My research focused on 2 themes: public engagement, ways for people to interact more with Highland, and public provision, Highland as a site that gives back to its community members. With all of that in mind, 4 objectives were developed. 1, to support working relationships between the Council of the Senate Advisors, Highland staff, and William & Mary's larger community. Support a 3-way collaboration where everyone feels equally invested in Highland's operations. Next, to utilize Highland's position as a public property to facilitate socially beneficial connections and education, to boost opportunities for increased visitation, education, and social justice work on site by the public and our students, alumni, and faculty. Third, assist in providing reparations to descendant communities. With the passing of HB 1980 in the Virginia House last year, there is a call for colonial colleges to give reparations back to descendant communities. Highland can contribute to these efforts as a site for education and historic reinterpretation that centers all inhabitants, legally recognized and enslaved, who lived on the property. And finally, to connect environmental sustainability, historical research, and social justice meaningfully and accessibly. This would be creating spaces for conversation and collaboration about social, environmental, and historical justice, seeing Highland as a place where students and the public can advance efforts in these areas. After months of talks with key stakeholders, members of WM faculty and administration, the Council of the Senate Advisors, and students, 5 initiatives were suggested. The first, establishing Highland as a land trust with the Council of the Senate Advisors as the trustees. This is important in conversations of collective land ownership and builds off the existing relationship between the council and Director Bond-Harper. Next, to develop an interpretive walking trail between Highland and Morven, the University of Virginia's historic property in Charlottesville, focused on environmental justice. This would serve as a place for the public to visit, and there would be educational plaques along the trail, people to learn more about the shared history of the properties, the land, and their former inhabitants. Next, to launch education programs focused on food justice. A collaborative effort between Highland staff and local groups in agriculture and food justice could help make the surrounding food system more equitable and accessible to people. Next, create farming plots for Charlottesville food justice groups on Highland. There are groups working in food systems in Charlottesville, so Highlands could provide physical land for organizations to grow and distribute produce. Lastly, support the development of a racial equity center as established by the Council of the Senate Advisors. The Council of the Senate Advisors plans to do work on a matter of social justice issues like genealogy research and land ownership, which William & Mary students and staff can assist with as researchers in sociology, law, and political science. So far, this project has seen a great amount of success. We've done numerous presentations over the past year, and we've connected with local high schoolers and members of the wider William & Mary community on Highland and possibilities for growth. There are new courses this spring in geology and conservation that center on Highland and its history. Furthermore, the IIC has a current research cohort studying Black foodways at Highland. Next steps for this project are to build on the work of me and my collaborators, adding new initiatives and objectives to our proposal, and establishing partnerships with current and potential stakeholders, with the overall goal to present a full proposal to the Board of Visitors. Thank you for your time.